Hi, hello, everybody. Welcome into That Sounds Gay. We're jumping right into it. My name's Jer. I am here with Jesse.
Hi.
I was going to ask what the gay sound today was. It's that ding, ding, ding. Today's gay sound is...
Hi. Just like a really petite, gentle... Hi.
It's kind of evil. It's kind of an evil gay sound. Have you seen that meme where it's like behind every gay person is a even more evil gay person?
Oh, I'm not, but that's true.
I just jumped right in because we were talking about some of the international seasons. And did you hear? I just found this out. Do you know what season got renewed?
What?
I don't know what is going to happen with it. There's just been no news other than it's been renewed, from what I've been told. Drag Race Holland. I know.
What?
I gagged. One of my friends told me about that. Our Impact. It was us. We got it.
Us talking about it.
I was talking about Fred got him talking.
Us reading the dog shit out of that season is what brought it back, of course. Naturally. Of course.
I wonder if Fred would come back, or I wonder if Envy would pick it up. Uh-oh. Say it. Nikki.
Fred gets a letter that says, Drag Race Holland is coming back. Not for you, but for me. And that's how she finds out she's not hosting anymore.
It is my favorite phrase of all time. Nothing will beat that.
It's like the canon version of like, go home, nobody loves you. That translation of Sashay Away in like Brazil. What was that? Was that the Portuguese translation?
Believe so.
Where it's like, goodbye, go home, nobody loves you.
Nobody likes you.
That's like the canon version of it.
It's so good.
Drag Race is over. Not for me, but for you.
For you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's so good. But yeah, I heard that Drag Race Holland got renewed.
Crazy.
Isn't it nuts? Okay, so last time we spoke, we were finishing up season 14. And I made a little video just talking about it. And I want you to let this rattle around in your brain.
Okay.
There were 14 competitive episodes. 7 of them were non-elim. Literally half of the season did not send anybody home.
Literally Royale.
I did not even... Literally Royale. Please welcome to the stage.
Literally Royale.
Literally Royale instead of Latrilla.
Latrice and Latrilly.
Do you remember when I called Jimbo Jimby? It's that.
Oh, Jimby.
It's a continuation of that. Literally and Jimby, the newest All Stars team.
Literally, Jimby and Latrilly. I don't know what that theme song is.
It's their commercial challenge.
It's like Shay and Sasha's.
What was that
commercial?
Something and Pat's. God, what was that? It wasn't Patsy, was it?
What'd you call me? No.
What? You heard what I called you. What the heck was that?
I just remember the espadrilles and vote, bitch.
Where are the espadrilles? God, I cannot remember what that was. Anyways,
something in Patsy. You're right.
Was it? Hold. Now I'm
Nancy and Patsy. Myself. I just feel like now I'm just saying.
You're echoing me. That was season 9, right?
Yeah, season 9 out the gate. Finish line. No time to wait.
Tits and ASCII. Was that what it was?
Did you just do something there?
I don't think I did something. I don't think I did. I meant the Snatch Game. I'm literally scrolling the wiki so fast. Teats and ASCII.
Teats and ASCII.
I don't know where I got Patsy from. Maybe it sounds like ASCII.
Teats and Patsy.
And then Nina and Tina and Mary Mother of Gay.
Wow.
It's my special gay.
That is like a Nina McTina, Mary Mother of Gay. That's my drag name.
That's the school that I went to for Catholic school.
Catholic. Where I went to school for Catholic.
for Catholicism. We are talking about Drag Race UK versus the World, Season 1. What a fucking season, man.
It's a miracle there's a second after this one.
Girl, right?
Do you think there will be? Well, no, they're still rolling with more, right? Didn't another one just apparently film?
Allegedly.
I saw something about an elimination order show up on my YouTube algorithm. I said, I'm not looking at that shit.
Get that elimination order off the YouTube.
I'm like, is Scarlet Envy there at seventh time? It's like Scarlet, Ginger, and Eureka.
I did see like a cast list that was rumored, and I saw one of my favorite girls from Thailand 3, Gawdland, there.
Whoa.
And I'm like, okay,
give some space, holding space
holding
for
a
the
little tiny
Thailand
space.
women.
I saw someone from Germany there. I think there was only one American girl,
period.
and I think I saw a couple. Sminty and Kate, I think, were the names that I saw, but that's just rumors. Obviously.
I hope Drag Race Canada versus the World has no Americans next time.
I hope not. I really hope not. I want to say, since we're talking about the first season, I feel like there's so much production heaviness in these first 3 episodes we're going to be talking about. And I almost wonder if in an effort to be like, no, we didn't do anything like that. In season 2, they go really hard to make sure that there is a UK girl in the bottom every single week.
Drag reparations.
So they're like, who was it? Gothy, you're in the bottom. You're in the bottom again. You're in the bottom again.
They had to right their wrongs. They knew what was up. Can I say, before we get into the season too fiercely, I feel like the promo was a premonition, if you will.
Yeah.
This promo wasn't that good.
It was like warrior armor gladiators.
It's like metallic gladiator.
I remember not liking many of them. I liked Janie's, but then the hair was a little crazy, that big bouffant.
And it's so funny because in my mind, it's almost like a yesified All-Stars 1 promo.
Oh, totally. The superheroes?
Yeah, the All-Stars 1 promo was blacklight themed as well. But it had this similar, like, a lot of them were like kind of like combat-y kind of things.
I just think about Alexis Mateo on that one foot, like charging upwards.
I think of that. I think of Tammy Brown in like a dress, like, but with like that neon pink wig.
Didn't she have like a cape or something coming off of her too?
Maybe. That was a crazy promo.
That was a crazy promo.
I'm doing it already.
Do it.
I'm season 10ing where I'm trying to talk about every other season except for for this one. But no, it's okay. It's okay.
No, I wish you would. It gives us more to bounce off of when we do that.
More to bounce off of that isn't UK versus
isn't UK versus the world. So, okay, this was kind of a big deal. A Ms. Cracker big deal when this happened.
It's a really big deal.
A really big deal.
Makes me think of Salt Lake City for my
Housewives.
Yeah, because there's a girl, Whitney, and like she says everything like that, where she's like, "I want you to be real. Like this is a really big deal. Like
real is what you feel.
You need to be real with your feelings. This is a big deal." Anyway, sorry.
I love her. I don't even know her, and I love her. I haven't watched anything good to talk about lately. Like literally nothing.
There's not much on. Everything's ending.
A lot of stuff is ending. I want to watch Traitors. I really
watch
really
it for
watch
Bob
Traitors.
because also just finished and the reunion came out and Bob got first chair in the reunion and it was a pleasure to see.
Is that good? First chair?
Yeah. So basically, like, yeah, that's it's reunion talk for like the Housewives shows because when they have their reunion, it is set up where there's the host Andy Cohen in the middle, and then there's a couch on either side of him. Because there's usually 6 to 8, 10 women on any usual cast. So first chair is the woman on either side of Andy Cohen.
Oh, okay.
So that usually, unless it's a favorite, like Kyle Richards always gets first chair regardless. Giselle Bryant usually always gets first chair. Teresa Giudice, Nene Leakes,
Johnson.
Yes. Certain loved women often get first chair more than others. But if you have a really impactful season, it's kind of like the hot seat of Snatch Game.
Oh, okay.
That's like it's the Drag Race equivalent. But yeah. So having first chair usually it's a big deal.
A big deal.
Yeah.
I want you to be real. It's a big deal.
I want you to be real with your feelings because it's a big deal. It's a really big deal to be real with your feelings. But anyways, Bob getting first chair is narrative-wise significant in terms of a production standpoint because, spoilers, you know, she doesn't go all the way till the end.
She went home like at episode 3 or something.
So there are people who were there until the last episode who were sat next to her.
Oh.
But she goes home. She's one of the first traders to leave, but she actually is the first chair trader. So I think that's just very interesting that they either knew that she was going to be the most entertaining or they just felt like she had the most to contribute. So I thought that was very slay.
I mean, Bob contributes so much.
All she does is contribute.
All she does is contribute.
She's allergic to not contributing.
It's crazy. We're coming up into all winners and Bob was not cast for that, you know?
Also, I just started watching Sibling Watchery for this season. And they were talking about when Alyssa comes through and critiques Snatch Game. Their Snatch Games. And Bob's like, World of Wonder, I am free. I live in LA now. But it did make me think, like, because Alaska said the same thing. It's like, it's crazy these girlies live in LA and they never reach out to them.
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all doing?
Alaska was like, Alyssa? Always late? Alyssa Edwards when there are funny girls that live in LA?
Drag her. Alyssa?
In a wedge? These niche things that we pull that are so funny. But yeah, going back, this was a big deal that they pulled all these. So at the time that this would have been filming, I think we need to take Italia out of the question because that probably would have been airing probably after filming. So there's no way they could have gotten any of those girls. So up until now that this is airing, we have US, UK, Thailand, Down Under. One would have already filmed him and done.
Yes.
We had España. And is there anything I'm missing up until now?
Did you talk about the Hollands?
Oh, and sorry, and the Drag Race Holland. Goodbye.
Both of them.
I feel like two probably would have been filming or posting at the same time that this was filming. So I think Holland 2 and UK 3 are out of the question. So we would have had Holland 1 at least. And
Holland
up till
tunnel.
UK 2, Canada 1, Down Under 1, España 1. Because I think after this, we get another España, we get Philippines. I think France comes out this year that we're in. So there are a lot of franchises to pull from.
So.
And yet.
Well, okay. España is being overlooked. I heard apparently Ugastio was supposed to be on one of the Versus Worlds, but she didn't clear something.
And then they called her for Global, right?
Ugastio hasn't been on anything yet, I don't think.
But I think they called Ugastio for Global.
Oh, maybe that was what I was thinking.
I think maybe that's.
But then also Arancha, she was Global, right? She
was UK too.
Oh, she was UK too. You're right.
There were no Españas in Global, from my understanding.
Hateful.
And I don't think Thailand.
The lack of España is hateful.
And Thailand gets overlooked all over the place.
Well, and the thing is, with your drag daughter from Thailand 3, that's going to be on this.
Gawdland. Yeah. I love Gawdland.
I feel like, I don't want to say it, but I feel like they're just going to stick a weird Pangina narrative on her. Like, oh, you're from Thailand. Are you going to get Pangina? You know? Because
totally.
that's the narrow-minded perception of Thailand is Pangina heels.
Totally.
So I think she has an uphill battle, but I'm rooting for her.
Gawdland is really fierce. She's very funny. She's good at kind of a little bit of everything. She's a great designer. And I can't remember if I told you, but she spoke very light English through most of her time on the show. Gawdland. Gawd. God.
Oh, it sounds...
Gawdland.
It sounds like you're naming a country and I had a poor education and I didn't know this was a country. It's in Europe or something.
Like in Iraq or Iran, such as places.
Yeah.
Afghanistan and such
that have been affected by the and such and therefore as.
And they don't have math or maps and such as.
Mathematics, yeah. Yeah, it feels like I'm discovering a country right now.
Right.
Like Gawdland. Wait,
Gawdland. It's a brand new country. They just discovered it.
It's near Genovia.
It's right next to Genovia. One little boat ride.
It's their trade partner, actually.
Exactly. She like spoke almost no English all Thailand 3, like a little bit here and there. But at the finale, literally as soon as they announced Miss Congeniality, she does not speak Thai anymore. She doesn't even know it anymore. It's like Pocahontas in that tree. She literally became overwhelmed with the spirit of English, and she speaks like she starts saying words that are like collegiate level to prove like I think truly in her brain she was like, I didn't win this, so let me just tell the whole world and RuPaul in World of Wonder who's looking at me right now. Hi, I'm Gawdland and I speak English very, very well. I can speak it so good. You can cast me on anything and I'll understand what you want me to do.
I'll do well in an acting challenge.
Exactly. And she like thanks the judges in English. Her whole confessionals from that point are in English. So like I fully believe that this girl knew I got to get out of here. She pulled a Marina.
Wow.
You know, she was like, this is not going to be where I'm going to stop. I got to go somewhere else.
She said, I'm a Filipina.
Yeah. She said, I'm a Thailandina. Did they have a fun name like that? Like Filipina? I don't think Thai is gendered in their language. Because is it Tagalog? Tagalog is kind of rooted in some Spanish, I think, which is why it's gendered. Culturally, I love linguistics, but I don't really know a lot about it. But I don't think Thai is gendered. So anyway, yeah, I'm rooting for her. But like, why is
non-binary? Oh my god, sorry.
It's non-binary.
Non-binary T.
But like, why is Vanda or Genie not being called?
Yeah,
I would say Mocha Diva, but like, do we want Mocha Diva anywhere?
I don't think they kept her phone number.
She was off the roster. And like, your mic is going on a journey again. You need to tighten that screw.
Stay with me.
Because we all need a tight
screw.
Ooh, woo. Shut up.
Oh. I don't know why I shared it. Okay. Proceed.
Okay, for this season, let's get into the girlies. Let's talk about them. So we've got our global glamazons coming in.
And I love how they do the entrances for this season.
Yeah, they're really fun.
The main stage.
Yeah.
Curtain reveal almost. Raise the curtain.
Yeah. Pound the alarm. I have a question that I want to ask for you when we're done with this. I'm going to put a pin in that.
All right.
First in, we have Bag of Chips. Looking like Princess
More like
Di.
Bag of Shite. Oh, continue.
Bag of Shite.
I think about that read from Davina always. Anyways.
I love Davina DeCampo. Do you have a favorite moment from Baga? It's season 1, not here. We're not talking about this yet.
I mean, much better before it was
overused.
A little overused.
Mm-hmm. I like her Liza runway that she did for the Bond girl. That was so fun.
Yes. Laser Manelli.
Laser Manelli. Loser Manulu.
Read her.
It's fine. I'm just adjusting something.
I like her when she's not trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm. When she's just being Baga.
Yeah.
I would agree. We have Blue Hydrangea, another season 1 girl, looking like Marge Simpson fucked a Smurf. Favorite Blue moment?
This is like if Marge Simpson got made over by Aja.
Mm-hmm. House of Aja.
Favorite Blue moment? Her looking at RuPaul and then like licking her thumb and then tapping her titties and then slamming her knees into the ground like she's trying to break them.
I forgot about that.
You know what? You knew immediately
crazy.
Though. She looked and
yes, the nipples and the knee slam.
Yeah, and they're like, ooh, like she was trying to break her kneecaps.
Those girls love to slam their knees on the ground because fucking Tia did it like 3 times, and that bitch Electra slammed her knees on the ground like 4 different times, all in the same episode.
That bitch Electra slammed her knees on the ground.
That bitch Electra was jumping off of her knees. I liked her eyeball look. I think about that a lot. That look was so good.
That was very slay. Very slay.
I don't feel like she had a lot of strong moments in season 1. So this was an interesting season because she has so much growth. But I love how she rhymed home with home.
The nerve.
I can be a hero for the gays back home. Bitches better watch out. Now I'll send them home, 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 home. Poets never recognized in their time. We have Cheryl Hole in a pink bodysuit.
Bodysuit.
Wearing a bodysuit. They really front-loaded these UK girls, but this is the last one from the UK, and we have no UKvtW girls.
Yeah.
Which is odd. Favorite Cheryl moment?
The makeover challenge she should have won.
I fully agree. She was great in that. I loved her. I'm ready for another week of me being mediocre.
Yes, love her flipping her blonde hair out of drag, with the giant wig on.
Her snatch game, that was so funny. Cheryl was kind of the Jocelyn Fox of her season.
Oh,
You know? Like, she was really good at a lot of stuff, but just was criminally underlooked because other girls were doing better than her.
yeah.
You know? There was a crazy sound outside just now. Did you hear that?
Yeah, like Jeepers Creepers was happening outside.
Fourth in, we have Janie Jacquet from Drag Race Holland in a blue. I'm going to say it like that every time. Jesse is just like pointing at
It's
the
just like
bodysuit.
this picture is crazy. Like I don't remember it like this, but like
Did you remember it better?
she's like Holland from the waist up, Miami, Florida from the waist down.
She was like, I'm going on vacation, girl.
The legs are a different race. Race?
Let me see her again. I don't have that part of the wiki pulled up. She is. That's terracotta at those legs.
Yeah. Please welcome to the stage Terracotta. And then up top, welcome to the stage Miss Allie Baster. Something's not clicking. How do we go from Allie Baster to Terracotta?
She only got the tan from the waist down. She like stuck half of her body in and said, "No, wait, I can't. I'm claustrophobic." And like had to breathe and was like sitting like this.
Also, she's kind of giving me yesified. What's this killer's name? The artist from Dead by
Oh
Daylight.
my god, it's totally artist from DVD.
Anyways,
no other Holland representation. I'm glad that Janie was here. I would have loved Setter Jean.
I was gonna say if not Setter Jean, she's the best choice.
Totally.
Maybe not the one we wanted, but the one we deserved.
Right. I heard that Abby was called for Canada versus the World 2, and she said no. And I'm like, well,
That's crazy.
duh.
That's crazy,
Isn't it? What? Imagine.
Abby, oh my god.
If we had Abby. Oh my god.
Abby, oh my god.
It was the way that Fred said it every time. Abby, oh my god. Every single time. God, Holland really was a trip, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really was. Fifth in, we have Jimbo, who has rebranded because her makeup is actually good this time. Favorite Jim? I didn't even ask what your favorite Janie moment was. I'm so sorry.
Aww.
Sorry, Jimbo. We're not talking about you yet.
Sorry, Jimby. Favorite Jimby JK.
Jimby JK.
favorite Janie moment. I love her in the Rusical. She ate that Rusical up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think just overall her personality and vibe and overall like kind of like cuntiness.
Yeah.
Or her 9 to 5 lip sync.
Her 9 to 5 lip sync was so good. I remember, I think in the beginning, Blue looks at her and goes, "Nepa, nepa, nepa."
That's hilarious. Also, it's like, did she think that was Setter Jean, or is she just saying that because she's like, oh, I know something about Holland.
I know that series.
Did somebody order room service?
They should call room in for something. Okay, I want to say about Janie. She was doing an interview. I think it was on Joseph Shepard's show. And she was saying that the whole season, Rue and Michelle kept going, "Ooh, it's Janie." Because they were riffing off of Jackie Harry, who talks like this all the time. She was in 227 Sister Sister. And they would be like, "Ooh, it's Jackie. Ooh, it's Janie." And she didn't understand what that was, but they kept saying it. And so she was telling Joseph this, and they were like, "What, like Jackie Beat?" And Janie goes, "No, someone actually famous."
That is rotted, gutted, hateful. Jackie Beat versus the world.
I would watch that. Jackie and Lady Bunny versus the world.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine? Okay, we put a pin in Jimbo. Favorite Jimbo moment?
When we put a pin in her. No. No, a favorite Jimbo moment. I mean the entirety of Drag Race Canada season 1, episode 1. Your lace line
Looks like barf. It looks like an old lady's head got dunked in the toilet and flushed. That was the best.
Honestly,
Jimbo
her
moment.
clocking what's his name?
Oh, Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
I don't think that Jeffrey knows the English language.
Her yeah. And like even when she said like not glamorous at all. Like or whatever, like I did love little moments like that. Yeah.
I loved her like just breaking the Jimbo shell. Because like we don't see that veneer crack very often of her.
I think she is, because something I do appreciate about her is obviously she tries to play someone funny, but I actually think who she is inherently is very funny.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when she's caught off guard is just as funny as her trying to be a clown.
Right. I like the unmasked Jimbo.
Yes.
More than I like the mask of Jimbo.
Jimbo director's cut.
We have sixth in Lemon in this very stunning yellow coat dress. I thought she looked gorgeous. And I feel like she recycled this in Canada versus the World too. Like she used this dress somewhere. I feel like she did. Maybe I'm crazy.
It's so gorgeous though. I love it.
You're a Lemon apologist, aren't you?
I am. I just
What was that look?
me when I get water at the restaurant. Lemon in a wedge. Sorry.
Oh,
me when I get ice water.
No. A lemon wedge.
I am a lemon wedge apologist. No, it's
That's
true.
so fair,
It's
as you
true.
should be. Favorite lemon moment?
When she was a straight up motherfucking rapstress.
Yes.
When she was so litty, she splitty her kitty.
I was going to say when you get so litty, you split your kitty. I was going to say that with the JoJo Siwa hail.
Hail. I say hail like once a week.
It's so
Hail.
good. Hail.
I also just love the finale. Her just saying to Priyanka, bitch, you look fucking gorgeous. Or whatever she said to her. I'm like, yeah.
So Jimbo and Lemon, I think we're good pulls for this. I almost wonder maybe if instead of Lemon, it should have been like Bobo. Or
looks are a no-no.
Looks are a no-no. Or like Rita. I feel like Rita would have done well in this group if Lemon had been in Canada 1 instead, or in Canada 2.
Yeah.
Canada 1, whatever.
It would have been interesting to see Scarlett Bobo judged by RuPaul.
I feel like she would do so good.
I feel like they'd like her.
I feel like they would love Scarlett Bobo.
Yeah.
It took Michelle being there for Scarlett to win a challenge.
That's so true.
I think Michelle gets her drag at the very least. And then we have 7th in from Thailand, Pangina.
My favorite reveal of the entire group, because she has the sash. And so as the curtain's rising and they can read the sash, it just goes, Thailand! Before her face is shown. It's so good. Yeah. I love it.
What do you think about a host being here over a contestant?
Kind of strange, no?
Yeah, I almost feel like it undercuts her performance as a host.
Yeah.
Like, if you start as a contestant and then become a host, like the Nikki Brooke pipeline, Rita to host, I think that's one thing, Valentina to host. But like when you're a host and then you come to compete, I almost feel like it undercuts a lot of your work.
Because it's like, I couldn't imagine Fred or Supreme competing.
No, never. Fred, never.
Fred, never.
Okay, I feel like there's a lot of people that could have pulled in. I'm not saying Pangina shouldn't have been here, but there's a lot of people that they could have. I want to say about Pangina, she's so oddly like unrestrained here in this whole season.
Yeah.
Normally Pangina's like really presentational and is very smooth with the way that she says stuff, and she doesn't like deviate too much. This whole season, she's like wacky, weird, goofy.
She drank that juicy LaDuca.
She
She let loose.
she let loose all season. She's like going into these moments where she gets really excited and is like jumping and clapping. And it's so different because I've been watching the Untucked of Vegas. And she's so just nooch all the time.
So nooch, so chill.
Yeah.
She, imagine if her and Art competed as a team, like the Ice Climbers.
Oh my God. That would have been it though.
So it's like one dies, they go together. Only the big one. You can take out you can take out Art and Pangina will stay alive. But if you take out Pangina, they both go. You have to go for the big one.
In Thailand 3, Art is so funny in the episodes that she shows up in. I wish that Art was there because it would have made the season so much better.
Well, and they probably even have a different rapport since Art's not there.
Totally. She seemed a lot more goofy, a lot less like, all right, I'm the host. But yeah, odd pull from Thailand. And then we have from America. I have a lot of opinions about both of these. We have Mo Hart. I kind of live for Mo being here.
First appearance post rebrand.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite Mo meant?
Her card look that she should have won for, or at least been in the top 4.
Mm-hmm. The promo from All Stars 4 was it. That eyeball.
Yes.
Face Muppet thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I thought she did great in that girl group challenge she was in the bottom 4.
Oh, when she
that high note.
But
with the
Valentina
jacket,
said she needed to apologize to Aaliyah for those pants.
Back when like things like pants were like such a big deal.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many more egregious things now.
Totally. Earrings and such. And then we have what? Cut you off. Say it again.
Lack thereof. I hate a bitch with no earrings on.
Lastly, we have Jujubee.
You've been expecting me.
This was actually insane. It was insane. I want to ask you your favorite Juju moment before I say something maybe unkind. Mine is Eartha Kitt. Obviously.
Eartha Kitt, $100,000. That's like 500,000 chicken nuggets.
Black Velvet.
True. Honestly, the entirety of All Stars 1 was like an extended joke session from Jujubee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but also like one of my favorite quotes from her, when for the finale of All Stars 1, they have to do that crazy like triathlon where they do the stand up at one place.
It was nuts.
She's like, I'm a funny bitch, but I don't write no jokes. I'm like, that's real.
I love her doing the deliberation where she's like, who do I think I should pick? I'm not sure. But one thing's going through my head. My cats. I love them. And I scoop their poop. And they love me.
I look like I work at the mall compared to you guys.
You do, grr.
Oh, bitch.
Crazy.
The editing of that season is crazy.
Of All Stars 1. It's nuts. The whole thing is a mess. Okay, I have to say something maybe unkind. The American girls seem like they don't want to be there.
The American Girl dolls.
The American Girl dolls, Sugar and Spice. Oh, no, wait. They're not American Girl. They're brats. They're brats.
Who's the American Girl doll of drag?
I'm going to think about it. Hold on. Aquaria.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I was going to say Marsha.
Marsha. Probably Violet.
Really? American Girl?
Yeah.
American Girl doll.
So there was a season on Project Runway where they had to do American Girl dolls. There's one who like is rich and bougie and lives in like a big Victorian house.
Wow.
And that one's Violet.
How I'm trying to be.
Yeah. And there's a horse girl, I think.
I think
that would be Marsha.
I think Stacey Lane Matthews Bryant is an American Girl doll.
Oh, fully.
She's an American Girl doll.
I'm trying to think who else. Ginger?
Ginger Minge is a well, if she's not a Cabbage Patch doll, then she's an American Girl doll. Yeah,
Eureka's the Cabbage Patch doll. She's got the loaf
She's
hair.
the Cabbage Patch.
She's the Cabbage Patch doing the dance.
She's in the back doing the Cabbage Patch.
Oh yeah, what was I saying? The American girls seem like they don't want to be here. Jesus Christ. Mo is like sucking on her teeth all season. Every shot they bring her in, she looks like she doesn't want to be there. And then every time they talk to Juju, she's like, you can hear the Wii Shop music playing, like do 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 do, and she's just like do 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 every single week.
Especially because, like, even if the runways were a miss, it felt like she was very clocked in for All Stars 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like she felt
5.
like, whoa. All Stars 5.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, All Stars 5.
Oh my God, All Stars 5.
Felt like she kind of lost the spark after that to like win.
Totally. But yeah, she seemed oddly not here at all through the whole season. And so I've heard that the more recent contracts basically put you on a 5-year plan that they can call you at any point in the next 5 years and make you come back and do something. I don't know if that would have started in All Stars 5, but I wonder if it did. And or All Stars 4 maybe her and Mo were both basically forced in. Because like, they didn't seem like they wanted to be there at all. Like, not at all.
Especially because these older season girlies who are able to get away with not having to come back and be pulled into the shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, well, I'm on that old season contract.
Right. If they come in, they're forced back in.
Yeah.
And I wonder if like that happened, because like, I don't know, their energy is so weird through the whole rest of the season. They don't really seem like they care that much. I want to know what your thoughts are about the girls that are brought in only from the All-Star seasons to go to Versus the World. Because for me, it doesn't feel particularly very fair that they pull in only All-Stars girls who have already done the show multiple times to compete against girls that are doing it the first time around.
Okay, that's tea because this is the only All-Stars for some of these girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels like, oh, but you can have... Like, why not have random All-Stars picks? Like, why not have that girly that, like... Oh, like, she could be on All-Stars, but why not have her here?
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, this is more fun than having her on All-Stars.
Yeah.
Like, maybe a girly who didn't have chemistry with her season,
Mm-hmm.
put her on a season with a different, like, group of women and
Yeah.
see how it goes or something, you know?
And there are a lot of girls from 11, 12, and even 13 that didn't really seem to blend very well with that group, but would have done maybe well somewhere else.
Like, obviously, if life was different. Someone like Tamisha Iman on a Versus the World.
Canada won. I feel like she would gather those girls up.
Yeah. If it was on a Tuesday.
Not on a Wednesday.
No, the way she would gather those girls up on Tuesday. Yeah, like something like that, though. You know what I mean? Where maybe it's not like... Or even if it doesn't feel like they're as much like the Drag Race machine or like the current Drag Race machine, the Versus the World feels a little outside of the machine.
Right.
Because it is more accommodating to like different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like put someone like that in a moment like that.
Yeah.
Or like a Vivacious.
Vivacious.
Like, even if it's not her, like someone like her.
Mm-hmm. All right, before we talk about these variety shows.
Irene Dubois.
Irene would have been great. Oh, in like maybe something else, because obviously she couldn't be
She hasn't materialized yet.
She doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone like her.
A June Jambalaya, if they want to give someone like that a chance, like instead of like putting them on All Stars or putting them on a regular season, put them on Versus the World.
Jackie Cox.
Jackie Cox.
I would have
Can't
loved
fit her
Jackie
in
here.
a box.
I would have loved Jackie here. I'm thinking like an old school girl like Dita. Okay, wait, I'm jumping ahead of myself because I'm gonna ask you. I want to do a little game before we talk about the variety shows.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god.
Recast UK versus the world. 9 girls, anybody. I'll let you think about it because I have my list.
Okay.
So I made it so you can think about it.
Okay.
Okay, from America, Dita. And you can keep anybody from here if you want.
Okay.
Dita Ritz.
Per.
From Canada, Lemon only. From Holland, Janie. From Thailand, Vanda. From Down Under, Anita.
Oh.
From España, Inti. From UK, Davina, Baga, and Ahura. Because there's no UK2 here, which is crazy. And UK2 is also not represented in Canada 1.
Wow. Okay, wow. Okay.
That's who I suggest.
Okay.
So it's truly versus the world, at least up until this point.
UK. I'm going to keep Baga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep Cheryl.
Okay.
Who's the other one? Blue?
Blue. Do you want to keep her too?
We'll keep her on retainer.
Okay.
Poopy Poison.
Ooh, yes. Crazy woman.
Poopy Poison, Janie JK, Setter Jean.
Okay.
I say 2 Holland, because why not?
Yeah.
And
You're at 6. You have 3 more.
So take out Blue Hydrangea for now.
Okay.
So that gives me 4 more.
Yeah.
US. So okay. No. Ooh.
I see the pinball moving back and forth.
I'm thinking Brita Filter.
Okay.
As one opportunity because different space, but I don't know if she would want to do it.
I don't know. I mean, it's an imaginary recast, so you can say she would want to.
Oh no! Sugar Cane.
Hit honey. Honey. Sugar. Okay, that's a good pull.
I'm gonna put good old Sugar Cane, and then
do you want anyone from Down Under?
I was thinking Art, but honestly, no, etc. Because I love etc. So I'm biased.
You want them back in front of RuPaul?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget that RuPaul already judged her.
Them. Yeah. You have 2 more spots.
Oh my god.
Do you want anyone from UK2?
I want Annie Mae Wong from
Thailand 1.
From Thailand 1.
Okay.
And I want, what was the season you just said?
Do you want anyone from UK2 or are you good with just?
So let's take out Blue.
Yeah.
Like we did.
Uh-huh.
And let's put in Joe Black.
Joe Black. That would have been hot. I like this casting.
A little messy, but
it was off to fly.
Yeah,
I'm here
off
for
the
it.
cuff.
It's
yeah,
a little more versus
casting.
the worldy. 9 is just so small, and it's is it really versus the world? It's UK versus US, and Canada's kind of there.
Yeah, it's US UK versus others.
And friends.
Yeah.
I feel like UK versus the world 2 is a little more diversified. Certainly more than Canada versus the world, which is literally just Canada versus the colonies.
Colonies versus the world.
Colonies versus UK. Because it's usually Down Under, US, and Britain. It's it's crazy. All right. So we are told that the prize is a song with RuPaul. No money.
No money. Not even going to Hollywood to shoot a series in the basement. You're gonna record on your iMac and send it over to RuPaul at wowpresents.com. To RuPaul at me.com. You're gonna send the audio files.
Not even with Leland, you won't. It's just whatever your iMac can pick up. And they also will be eliminating each other via All Stars 2 to 4. Do you think it would have been interesting if they had done an assassin instead? Or do you think there wouldn't be enough polls for that?
I go between assassin, but also jury.
Jury would have been cool too.
Okay, but actually though, you're kind of dipping into tea. Because the girlies who don't speak English, international assassins.
Oh, That could have been
That's
fun.
expensive, and they're not going to pay to fly these women out.
No.
But for the women who maybe can't do an entire season of acting challenges, etc., in English, but they could perform a song in English or a song in another language, fly out these international assassins.
Yes. Like Abby.
Abby, oh my God.
Abby would have been great if they had pulled in. I'm trying to think who was an assassin on España.
Carmen.
Well,
But
she didn't live.
She would have assassinated the whole cast.
She would have assassinated literally everybody.
Technically, Sahi and Killer Queen are kind of.
I guess Killer would
Killer's
be,
technically the lip sync assassin of her season because she took out Ugasio and Poopy.
But was that a challenge?
Right? She's a lip sync accomplice.
What's the lowest degree? Is it third? Where like
she's a lip sync accessory.
She's a lip sync accessory.
She was a lip sync witness.
Third degree lip syncer.
Third degree lip syncer.
It wasn't intended or premeditated. It was an accident.
She never lip synced, but I feel like Inti would be a lip sync assassin.
I could see
like
that.
It would be cool to see her just coming in like just to perform because she didn't get to or something. But yeah, someone like Abby. There's plenty of girlies who could turn the party.
Yeah.
Or even have someone like Taste come in before she makes her proper All Stars appearance. You know.
Yeah. Girl, that would be fierce. Okay, so the workroom is starting to kind of develop storylines already because Lemon and Jimbo are developing in this way that they're not close and they don't really talk. And so that's already weird TV. We get this storyline that Mo is a diva and we're given a buzzword very early from Blue that she's had a bad experience with Mo. And I feel like that kind of colors the rest of Mo's storyline.
Sucks.
Yeah. It was like Blue, they already knew they wanted her to win. So like as soon as she gives a confessional like that at the beginning of the season, they're like, all right, we're going to run with this.
And I feel like they talk about this more now, but I hate when it's like someone's perspective of Queen is just like, oh, she was rude to me.
Right.
Because it's like, well, I don't know. Like, I'm all for drag queens being nice, but I'm also for drag queens operating how they want to operate as long as they're here to entertain.
Well, and like they're working too. So like if they're in a dressing room with like 8 other people and maybe they're worried about, because she mentions about her gowns, how Mo made her hold her gowns. And Mo says, I was worried about my dresses touching the floor. And I'm like, she's there to work. She's there to do her job. And maybe the floor was dirty. And she's like, I need someone to help me right now because I'm back here with no assistant. And it is gross in this bar. Like, I don't know what the situation was, but it's just interesting we get that buzzword so early.
Yeah.
And then the UK girls are obviously getting close. And Janie and Pangina are starting to get close too. That like happened right off the bat. And it's really them against the world, I feel like, this whole season.
I mean, it's tea. Absolutely.
We have our talent show. Do you want to talk about these in any capacity? Do you want to just breeze through them?
Yeah, we can let's breezy ease.
Lemon does Sweet and Sour. And I don't know if you've heard her version of Let Loose. She references Sweet and Sour in there. Sweet and sour. I'm sweet and sour, bitch.
That's hilarious.
That her whole Let Loose version is so good.
I just remember her in this performance saying Puerta Vallarta.
I didn't realize, and I made a note of it, that she says, we all have time, use it better, maybe.
Yes.
That was when Jimbo got triggered. She was like,
oh, that's
hello.
tea. I didn't think about it. That's a Jimbo read.
It is.
And I'm that girl, so I jump and I split. I splitty litty kitty.
Yes. They really got on her ass about how it wasn't original. And I'm like, but a bunch of the other girls were original.
It's so annoying because the bar is on the floor nowadays for these performances, these top performances, where this could literally win. This could have won this most recent seasons.
Totally. They really got on her ass.
Like if Lexi Love or Susie 2 weren't there, she would have mopped the floor.
Absolutely. It was so weird that they got on her about this.
Yeah. Different time.
And like.
Different time.
Only Kennedy did it. Aja. Aja and Kennedy did the thing. But that was like how many seasons ago? That was All Stars 3. They literally have filled 3 All Stars since
This is a really rough format of a meme that's cooking my brain, but it's like, Mom, I want Adore's talent show being shat on for dinner. We have Adore's talent show being shat on for dinner in the fridge, and it's Lemon's talent show being shat on. Because no, they're not the same, but it's very much like Adore nowadays could do that and win. Lemon could do this nowadays and be in the top or like win in certain casts because everyone does this now and the bar's on the floor for talent show performances, and we're lucky to even get a good lip sync performance, let alone like not an entire group of them. So I feel like, yeah, different times.
We're getting, at this point, it's all Deja's cheerleader and Irene's water. That's all we're getting these days.
Whoa.
You know?
Hate it.
I do too. Mo sings about God and Jesus, and I really didn't like that. But, you know.
And that was strange.
And that was weird for me.
That was weird for me.
I just don't like mixing gaudiness with drag. I get that there's a space for that, and I think that there is room for that in the world, but get that Christian
gaudy
stuff. God is gaudy. Get that Christian stuff.
I kind of feel like time and place.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of like, don't bring that gay shit in front of the kids. Don't bring that Christian shit in front of the gays. Like
praising Mary and Jesus.
Like
time and place.
Like hold space. And I just feel like we have no obligation. This is so hateful. So you can cut this out. I feel like I, as a queer person, have no obligation to hold space for like a tool of oppressment towards me or my community.
Totally.
And like, you're absolutely valid and welcome to find peace and fulfillment through your faith. But I think you also have to acknowledge that it is a tool of like pain and harassment used against the queers to try and control them, and has been. So like, that needs to be checked at the door. And like, I don't think that there's any obligation to hold space for it in queer spaces.
You're so real for that.
Because it is not the tea for everyone. So it's like, yeah.
Because literally the whole song was like, he'll find you. He'll meet you where you're at. He'll love you.
That's a threat. That's a threat, mama. No, but it's like, you know, people might have religious trauma. So yeah. I say check your religion at the door. Totally. And don't bring it into a space where some people are trying to move past that.
Totally. I hear you. And I think that is tea being spilled. I think that's what that was. Do you have a mop?
No. I have a Swiffer.
Milan was on the floor, swiffering the floor with his taint.
Oh my God.
Then we have Janie.
All right, sorry. Janie doing this crazy. I
can't recover from this. What was this?
This is like a GoDaddy commercial. I don't know. This is crazy.
From one bad outfit to the next, just stripping off terrible, awful
doing
things.
Like dancing, vibing,
literally just like vibing girl at the club. You know that ScarJo meme where she's like vibing like this?
Literally.
It's literally that the whole time. It was
She's
kind
like
of iconic.
It's kind of like GTA, like stripper NPC.
Yeah.
Like you go to the strip club and like Janie JK is like on loop doing that. At like
slowly taking off ugly things.
Some weird like strip club casino, yeah.
To like Europop.
Yeah, but it's like not in the 18+ area, so she's just like taking off different bodysuits.
This was the originator to Plain Jane's bodysuit.
This makes me sad because it really undersells how much of a slayer Janie JK is. This is probably the least slay thing she's done in her entire Drag Race career. And I hate that it's her introduction to most people.
It's so hateful, but you know what? Kita Minaj did the same thing. Kita and Janie are both such pussy slays, and then they get onto Versus the World, and they're like, I don't know what I can do. What if I just vibe? What if I just, I don't know.
Literally.
Don't try. It's like the third number of like a long tip night.
I can't wait till we get to España All-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
When a front runner literally comes back for the talent show and just DJs.
I remember I was doing a club night once and the host came back and said, all right, someone dipped. So do any of you want to do a third number? And one of the girls was like, I think I have a third song on my hard drive. I don't remember what it was. It was just some Ari song. And they were like, I'll do that one, I guess. Like, I think I've got Break Free on there.
Yeah.
I can go do Break Free for my third number. I don't have my hair or a costume for it, but I'll just wear this. It'll be fine. So like that was what Janie did.
I don't have a song or an outfit or a wig for it, but I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it anyway. And then Bagga came out and was basically jorking off much better the whole time.
She was gooning to much better.
It was like drunk karaoke.
And your love has reminded me.
Rue loved it, and I guess that's all that matters, but I did not like it.
It felt like I paid her to show up at my bachelorette party.
Totally. And she said, I have a number on my hard drive, I think.
Yeah.
I could do it. I don't have a wig or a costume.
If they had Cameo in the 80s in London at pubs, it would be this. I don't know. I'm not going to elaborate further.
I don't think you need to. I get it. Jimbo does a clown performance during Meets. And I'm not going to lie to you. This is like a circle of hell for me.
This is polarizing. You struggle with this.
This is an ultimate layer of cringe for me. This is what Heidi in Closet's one woman show is to you.
Whoa.
That's what this is to me.
Crazy.
Like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think. I skipped through it, watching over it again. I heard the initial, wow. And I'm like, go forward 15, forward 15.
Okay, no. I think the initial part is a little cringy, but I think when I start laughing is when she walks up and then it gets the part where she has the lunchbox, but it's the reveals like it's her talent, and then she opens it and it's empty.
Yeah.
So to me, that is the joke of basically, yeah, I just stalled for 20 seconds and then showed you that I actually don't have a talent planned. Now I'm going to throw around baloney.
Right.
That's kind of how I interpret this performance.
Sure.
And I respect her for that.
It's performance art.
And she threw baloney at RuPaul, which kind of makes me happy.
Directly at Ru.
I love anyone, even if I don't like the queen themselves, I like anyone who challenges RuPaul.
Sure.
Even if it's in a fun way.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimbo challenges RuPaul in a fun way, and I still enjoy that.
Right. I mean, that's so fair. I just can't watch the performance. It's such an ick for me.
I respect that.
It's a full body. But I mean, again, Ru liked it, and that's all you have to do at Drag Race. You have to do nothing else except make Ru like you.
Jujubee's Dirge, is she next?
Cheryl is next.
Oh,
she
Cheryl
looked really great, and she did like this lip sync dance number.
She does like the talent show standard now, which is a number. If it's All Stars, a number centered around your catchphrases or presence on the show. If it's not, setting up your catchphrases and presence on the show.
Right. I thought it was kind of boring though. I won't lie. She looked great though.
I was so bored.
I saw no talent at the talent show.
No, it was incredibly mid, but love her to death. She looked amazing.
Juju sings a line from Hilary Duff. London, Paris, Tokyo are all the places I want to go. Except I think Hilary's is London, Paris, maybe Tokyo. There's something going on everywhere I go tonight. It's literally the same lyric.
That's crazy.
My like Disney Channel ass was like, zoom.
I liked Lizzie's better.
Me too. She was kind of off tempo too, and then she didn't look good.
The cursive singing live, yeah, no, it wasn't giving. I hate to say,
but like Mo and Bagga got really good backing tracks, and it was like they turned off.
No,
Juju's.
hers felt very stripped, which made me uncomfortable because you could hear the shakiness.
Yeah, it was like they wanted to sabotage her.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird.
Give this bitch some reverb.
The little tiny bit of auto-tune. Leland. Then we have Pangina lip syncing to herself. I wrote down this because I thought about you. She screams out, "Fight for your life!" And I literally wrote it down because I'm like, that's Jesse's tea.
Fight for your life.
I thought the dancing was a bit aggro. Like she looked like she was going to beat me up and maybe like beat up everybody in the audience. But I kind of lived at the same time.
It kind of like felt like a personification of an unmedicated behavioral disorder. But I loved it.
Stop. That's incredible.
But did it not?
It did. Can I be so real? A light just turned off.
Yeah, what it just got.
That? I was about to speak my truth, and then the lights turn off. It was the ghost.
Shall I dim the lights a little?
It reminded me of Candy Cyanide coming out and was mad for her finale performance. But she was smiling and she's like, I'm mad. Takes out a gun and shoots the dancer. I'm mad. Shoots the other dancer and like kicks one of them and slaps one of them. It reminded me of that. I'm like, did Candy choreograph and write this or something?
She was inspired by her girls.
She must have been, because this does not read Pangina to me at all, but I'm in love with it. It was so wacky.
It was crazy, but it was also a great way to like kind of take the piss out of herself almost and be like, yeah, I'm fun and I'm silly and what about it?
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's got a problem with it.
Our last performance is by Blue, who does those dolls. Have you ever heard of Lo Tyon? They go by Miss Lubriderm.
Oh, yes.
They did this with a like Dula Pipa song.
Do you know the performance I'm talking about?
No.
She does a performance where she's going achoo. And it's like a girl like sneezing like cunty for like 2 minutes, or it's like achoo.
I live.
Something like that.
They did a Dora performance where they like literally stabbed the swiper, like brought up a swiper doll and like stabbed it a bunch of times. They did a number that where, you know, all the girls who were doing This Is Real, This Is Me. She like came out in the bodysuit, but then put a clown nose on, and
the
then
clown
wig.
reveal, and then she tries cold. You showed me that.
I did.
She is a queen. She knows how to perform.
But Lo Tyon did this before this came out. So when Blue did it, I'm like, that's Lo Tyon.
That's crazy. She knows how to do like a comedy performance without having to like do like a word. A vocal, not a spoken word mix in.
Mm-hmm.
She can just be funny from just a performance.
Right.
That's a rare gift.
Controversial opinion. I think that Blue could have won this week.
Okay, yeah. Going to Blue's performance of this, I thought Blue did really good this week.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Blue slayed it. Great intro from her. Shows a clear evolution in her performance capabilities from her original season. Mm-hmm. She's obviously stepped up and elevated her showmanship. Totally. And is able to give a higher caliber.
Did you have any standouts for the runway, which was I'm a winner, baby? Kind of weird to have a winner runway.
I know, Lisa Rinna.
Lisa Rinna. When like most of these, hold on, let me just make sure I'm getting my facts right. Bag has won, Blue has won a duo challenge. Cheryl never won a badge. Janie has, I think, 1 win. Did Jimbo have any wins? I don't think Jimbo had it. Oh, no. She had It's My Special Day. Didn't she? I think she got that one from the acting challenge, maybe. Lemon has wins. I don't think Juju has some wins. Mo has some wins. Pangina obviously hadn't. So like, it's just interesting that I'm a winner, baby, and a lot of these girls haven't won or have group wins, you know?
Yeah. Did she win that challenge?
Maybe she didn't.
I don't think Jimbo
won. She won Snatch Game.
Jimbo won Snatch Game.
That's what she won.
That's it.
That's what it was. Jimbo stood out to me, this chess piece.
Do you remember when people were saying she did blackface?
I do remember that. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
I don't really see it. I mean, her face is literally black, but like, I thought it was a part of the costume.
And
like, if
also,
that was fabric,
like,
it wouldn't be a problem.
I don't know. I feel like it's also offensive to say this is blackface because you're like, you think this looks like a black person?
Right. And it's like clearly
or like
not.
You think like this is trying to emulate a black person. Like she's trying to be like something that's literally the color black. Maybe I'm just ignorant, but like I also think it's kind of offensive to like call this blackface.
And to compare them.
Yeah.
I think this is just me, and maybe I'm off base. I think when we hold somebody accountable for blackface or doing a color that is not theirs, it's because they're appropriating that culture. And the intention of that is to pretend that they are of that culture when they're not.
She's appropriating chess culture.
She's appropriating chess pieces. So yeah, that's what confuses me a little bit, is I don't really see where the narrative is coming from. Because
there's plenty of other things to hate.
About Jimbo?
Yeah.
I agree.
I started to cut that sense off because like that's so mean. Like she's not done anything wrong that I'm aware of, at least. I'll Jimbo, I mean no shade to you. You're a hilarious woman.
I know you're listening, Jimbo.
Jimbo, I know you subscribe to the Patreon. We all have a Patreon. I'm a winner, baby, though. Favorite looks for me, Mo Hart.
I love
hands
Mo's.
down. Mo's is like the look for me, and then I think Pangina's is cool.
Yeah. God, Mo looks so freaking good.
Yeah.
God, I love that look.
And it's like royalty winner your way, which is what that's giving me, and I very much love that.
Lemon's was really cute too.
It is very cute. Good last look.
I hated Cheryl's look. Or not Cheryl.
Juju's? Oh.
I was looking
I hate all
Cheryl.
three of those. How about that?
I hate all three of them.
But yeah, Baggins is especially atrocious.
Yeah. Cheryl's is not good either. I kind of live for her blues. I feel like it looks very her. The judges didn't like it, but I thought it was very her.
It's very fun and unique.
Unique.
It also reminds me a lot of from UK5 Kyron Thrax, even though this is before we see 6. It reminds me of Kyron Thrax before we see Kyron Thrax, which I think is interesting, but fun look. I like it. It's giving me like a fantasy movie.
Yeah. I think it could have been Blue and Pangina. Like, I understand Jimbo being there because obviously she made Rue laugh, but I didn't like it, so I didn't put her there. I thought, honestly, like, Cheryl and Baga were the bottoms, and I thought Janie obviously was the objective worst of the entire evening. Like, Juju wasn't good either. I'm interested in some phenomenon that happened here that they did in some of the early All-Stars as well. They make the girls who have zero say in the judgment stay on the stage to
and
deliberation.
Just hear
and just wait.
That just feels cruel.
In 2 to 4, when they had zero say, and then as soon as it was group vote, starting in 5, they send them backstage. The fuck?
Like what?
Why?
What are y'all trying to do here?
Is Untucked not ready? Did the PA not clean up the studio?
Because I'm like, I feel like y'all could use the 5 minutes of content that these girls might give you in Untucked. But
totally.
Anyways.
So in the very top, we have Pangina and Jimbo that have to lip sync to eliminate either Lemon or Janie. And I forgot how frustrating this whole first season was until I started watching again.
Yeah.
I was like, God, this feels so bad.
Choosing between Janie and Lemon is like the choice of hell.
Totally. And like, I don't think that Lemon was the worst.
But I also don't want Janie to go home.
No.
I honestly would have preferred to be Janie and Juju. But then if it was Janie and Juju, Janie would have gone home, which isn't fair.
Or Cheryl. Cheryl. I mean, I didn't want to see Cheryl go either.
Yeah.
What is interesting is that Jimbo says it would be to her advantage for Lemon to go home because then she'd be the only Canadian queen.
I don't agree.
Yeah. I don't really understand that at all. The very first lip sync is Say You Will Be There by the Spice Girls. And I think I said this in Canada 1, but Jimbo is the worst lip syncer of all time.
This is rough.
She ran into Pangina not once, not twice, but like 3 different times and fell each time.
And it's just like embarrassing because even when she's not running into anyone, she's still kind of acting a fool. Where it's like, it is just hard to watch.
We compare a lot of the queens to Pokemon often. This is the evolution of Kimura Amor doing the crow.
Wow.
Like actively trying to not sabotage the person lip syncing, but herself. Like if Kimura is an annoying bird that's trying to sabotage some pedestrian on the street, Jimbo is an annoying bird who's running into glass multiple times.
I literally was about to say Jimbo's a bird running into the glass door.
Right. Wondering why they can't get through.
At least she's self-aware when they're like, she gets to the back. I don't remember who says like, good job. She's like, no, I did so bad.
It was Baga to her. Good job, babes.
No, I did so bad. A self-aware queen.
We love a self-aware queen. Pangina wins, eliminates Lemon, and I fucking hated that this happened. But I didn't want Janie to go home either.
I know. It was a lose-lose.
This was the worst.
And this led to Lemon getting her, spoilers, own crown in the end. So
okay,
everything happens for a reason.
Crazy stuff.
And you know, I was bitter about this about this elimination for a while, but everything happens for a reason. Elimination. Don't you know who I think I am? Kelly Mantle deep cut. But now I'm at peace with it because of everything that's happened since.
Mm-hmm. My kind of wrap up thoughts about this talent show before we move on is that I feel like you're not only representing yourself, your drag, but also you're representing your country entirely and trying to make whatever that thing is that's special about that place, trying to bring that to a global level. And I think that Bagas is a really great example of British camp, in my opinion.
Totally.
But I think it reads messy outside of the UK. Because Bagas' talent show caused a lot of controversy.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was just not filtered through that polish and refinement that is needed for a global stage. Because your act has to be ready for that. And I'm going to talk about my girl Frankie Wonga again for just a moment. That nose performance that I showed you, it was so wacky and crazy, which Thailand is crazy drag. That's what they do out there. But Frankie's nose performance was like filtered through a global lens.
Yeah.
And I feel like Baga didn't quite do that enough for her talent show.
She kept it. Is she too regional?
She was too regional. Alexis Mateo. Why she didn't win season 3.
Our regional wonder.
Yeah. And so that's just my wrap-up thought about this episode before we move into the ball. Unless you have anything else you want to say about the talent show.
No, it's just always funny to watch talent shows as they continue to change in standards and execution over the years. That's all.
In the next episode, it's revealed that Jimbo also picked Lemon. And Janie was feeling a certain kind of way about that because she's like, oh, so Jimbo's not even interested in alliances. She's saying one thing, but is doing something else. And I feel like this puts a target on her kind of early, I think. Blue asked Jimbo if she threw the lip sync. And if she always lip syncs hokey pokey.
Hokey pokey. Hokey pokey is crazy. Asking her if she threw is honestly valid if you don't know her.
Totally.
But then it also is kind of like, Jimbo's like, no, I don't want to do this. I'm not trying to flop. But to what you're saying earlier about how you don't feel like you agree with Jimbo saying that it looks better for her to be the only Canada girl, because I feel like you do want to have an ally in the room, right? Especially now moving forward as a front runner. Having someone you feel like is 100% in your corner would have been more to her benefit.
Totally. But it didn't seem like they were even like wanting that. Like Lemon was sort of tolerating Jimbo's presence.
Yeah, they both wanted to be the Canada breakout star.
Yeah. We get into this ball, which is the RuPaul Ball, and a lot of the storylines are so interesting this season because everyone's kind of getting a Ms. Cracker run, in my opinion.
Ms. Crack Heard.
Ms. Crack Heard, because everybody is so different than their original run.
Yes, that is very true.
They're being edited a completely different way. The character they're playing is very different. It's so odd. And that's just like a big story point of this entire rest of the season starting from here. In this ball, we have Kitty Girl, which is Glamour Puss, Butch Queen, which I think is such a fun category. And then a dress that Rue would wear.
Fun.
Pangina makes Baga's clothes, which is insane because then Baga's like, I made all of this, and tries to take credit for it. Baga should have been in the bottom this week. Do we want to peep at these and just like quickly say yes or no on all of them?
Yeah, do you want to like look by look or girl by girl more so?
Let's do girl by girl. Let's do them by alphabet.
Because then we can get more in depth if we want to, or we can just say I don't like the package.
Yeah. I will say on a whole, I do not like Baga's package.
But yeah, I don't want to get in depth too much. The Kitty Girl look does look like some sort of weird mistress from the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat movie.
Oh no. The way I put that away in my brain, I tried not to remember that happened. And you just dredged that up.
I don't want to say much else. Also, not applying to Baga specifically, but this look was definitely a blueprint for the Canada Drag Race look, where they sew the look for Brooke and she wears it.
Oh no. Yeah, you're right. I like Blue's Butch Queen look a lot.
Same. It's
It
one
is
of my
such a
favorite looks of the
standout.
whole night, probably, honestly.
Her real look isn't bad. I think it maybe needed a different wig and it would have been maybe a little more appropriate, but it wasn't bad. But I love that Butch
Honestly, it's
Queen
giving
look.
me more of the international hosts. Like, I could see Supreme or Fred in something like this
Supreme
quicker.
100% would wear
Yeah,
this.
more than I could see Roop in it. But
RuPaul.
yeah, the Butch Queen look is one of my favorite looks of the entire night from any girl.
It's so good. Controversial opinion. Cheryl did really good in this ball.
Butch Queen kind of wore me out. I loved it.
I love the kitty girl, the Marie from Aristocats.
Oh,
And then this
yeah.
look is really not that bad.
No.
From the Sown one, the orange is nice on her skin. I like the cascade of the animal print. And then, I mean, there's even some really nice construction work to create this shape right down
This
the
would
middle.
have this would have been the top for the Betsy Johnson runway.
Totally. I mean, it's not a Rue look at all. Maybe Rue season 4. I could see Rue season 4
yeah.
wearing this. But like, it's definitely not a Rue look, but it's not
Honestly,
bad.
Rue would wear this right now with whatever the fuck she's wearing.
Literally. That broad panty with the lace
This
thing
is
that she just
season
wore.
17 Rue.
Season 17, season 4 Rue are identical to each other. Janie's, I only like Butch Queen.
I don't like any of them.
I love the Butch Queen. Because it reminded me of, do you remember when Nikki was like, and your boy look, do you dress like that as a boy? And Janie was like in all like that pink jumpsuit.
Oh my god, yeah.
And she was like, oh yeah, I dress like this all the time.
This is giving me like you went to like the Gucci of Halloween stores and you got Egyptian Goddess number 3, Orange is the New Black number 2, and Disco Diva Cup. I also hate this jumpsuit and I can't believe it won.
I cannot.
And I say this as someone who loves Janie JK.
Right.
I cannot believe that she won this week.
I can't either. And it was also even more surprising because she got almost no storyline.
Yeah, so weird.
Her storyline was really weird. And then during her deliberation walkthrough with Rue, they cut off half of her conversation. She like starts talking and they cut to Baga being asleep. And they focus on the fact that Baga was sleeping through the whole challenge. It was almost like some rogue editor was furious that Baga got saved and just like wanted to implant that they were mad. Because like,
Right.
why did Baga get such a huge storyline when she was safe? for
It really
sleeping?
should have just been Pangina and Jimbo again this week. I'm sorry.
I don't disagree. But I mean, controversially, I would have put Cheryl up there.
Whoa.
I know I'm a mad woman.
Okay, you are a little crazy.
I'm a little crazy. I love her package. Jimbo's, I don't like the Kitty Girl or the Butch Queen. I don't think the Butch Queen looks very Butch to me. But I love the You Wear It Well.
Kitty Girl. I love the Cheeto Garfield of it all.
Cheeto Garfield.
The Butch Queen, you know, she's one of the first. I feel like we see this look a lot now on Drag Race, but she's one of the first that, like, this is more of a recent era thing. Because I'm trying to remember, is this, is it Mugler that popularized the, like, motorcycle bodysuit thing?
That sounds right, but I'm not sure.
I don't know either. Sorry, I'm not educated, but I think it was Mugler who popularized the bodysuit motorcycle, like the handlebars for the titties, all that jazz. I think that's Mugler, but whoever it is, that's not like a super new reference if I remember correctly, but it is something that's been circulating recently in Drag Race is the motorcycle bodysuit. But this is a decent one. I think honestly her RuPaul look is my favorite of the 3.
It's so good.
And I also appreciate it more because it's especially impressive for Jimbo. Because I think like this was a great challenge for her to just really do the challenge, not do an out of the box fulfillment of it. Or it's like, oh, y'all want a RuPaul look? What would be the best thing for me to give y'all right now? A RuPaul look and show that I can do RuPaul. So she kind of slayed in that way. This is probably one of my favorite Jimbo moments of the season.
And good storyline from her going home from the ball in Canada 1 to winning the ball here. I love full circle moments.
Full circle
like that.
moment. Also her kind of making fun of RuPaul to her face.
Totally.
This is the mirror of Redacted, but Sharon Needles laughing at Michelle Visage to her face as Michelle
100%.
Visage. It's like the RuPaul version of that.
I totally see that. Um, I do want to say for Jimbo as a positive, I think Jimbo is the reason why the girls are padding and wearing breastplates again.
Period.
Because up until this point, it was just long up down pole bodies and nobody was padding or wearing boobs or anything. And Jimbo came out with that breastplate this season and suddenly everybody was buying breastplates the next season.
It's like the movies are back, but the bodies are back.
Literally. Like, I do think it is to Jimbo's credit that people started padding again. Juju is so underwhelming. And then during her You Wear It Well, she's like literally opening up her panties to show that she's not wearing underwear, that she's got doll pussy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it feels like you want to go home. Like, it feels like you're like, look, put me in the bottom. I didn't wear underwear.
You could hold it and like flourish it in a way where it's ruffling constantly and they're not really looking. But it's like she couldn't even sell it.
You know, like when, maybe it's because I worked with kids for a long time and I'm more attuned to this. Do you know, like when kids like start pulling up their clothes because they have to pee and they like start rolling it up and because they're getting nervous? It was like that.
She was giving pee fiddles.
Yeah, it wasn't like pee fiddles.
That's a drag name.
Welcome to the stage, pee fiddles. It wasn't like a look, I'm walking flowy. It was look, I'm not wearing underwear.
That or like super like drunk bridesmaid.
Oh my god, yes. Very
where she
bad.
just like starts like forgetting her decency and just like fucking around with her dress.
And then her butch look opens up to this like flowery thing, which she was like, what did she say? I wrote it down. She wanted to, I think, destigmatize what butch was and wanted to kind of change around what that looked like. And I'm like, it feels like you want to go home. It feels like you don't want to be here.
It feels like you want to do bad.
It feels like you're doing bad on purpose. Like you got bullied into coming here. You didn't want to do it. And you were begging them to send you home and they didn't.
Yeah.
I love everything Mo did. I know the green wasn't constructed very well, but her package is my favorite of the entire night.
Can I say I also love Mo's package?
Mm-hmm. Especially in that butch queen.
I think the kitty girl look has a couple like technical weaknesses.
Sure.
But it looks like an early season like look that a queen made, and I kind of love it for that reason. Mm-hmm. The butch queen look is giving realness, and I adore her for that. It's the most true ball moment of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And You'll Wear It Well. Is it a little rough around the edges? Yes. Is the hair and dress combo giving? Yes. Are the colors giving? Yes. Is the silhouette giving? Yes. Is it giving for me, para me, spooky me? Yes. Like, I don't know. Fuck. I like it.
I think she and Cheryl were my top two, and I know I'm a crazy girl for
that's
that.
a little crazy, but that's okay. This is a safe space, Diva.
This is, but she was my top two for certain. I mean, if not Cheryl being safe, fine. But like, I think that she really should have been up there because Janie was such a weird top. And then our final package is Pangina's. And I get what she was doing with all of them, but I didn't particularly care about any of them. It was very safe.
Wow.
To me.
So for me, it would have been either Pangina. For me, the top three is Pangina, Jimbo, and Mo. And maybe that's crazy. But the top
I put
two,
Cheryl in the top three, so it's not crazy.
And for me, the top two is, again, Pangina and Jimbo. Mm-hmm. The cat look is my favorite of all of the cat looks.
It's a fun one.
And the You'll Wear It Well look is maybe not the most RuPaul, but it is my favorite sewn look. I don't care for the Butch Queen look, but
I get what
she's trying to do.
I don't like it.
I think it's also cool that she's trying to, not cool, but I think it's clever, I guess, that she's trying to pander to the host country.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a fun nod.
Yeah.
I don't think RuPaul cares, but good for her.
I don't think Ru cared at all. I do want to call out the difference, the stark difference in silhouette with her in these like clog sandals in the Butch Queen, how stumpy she looks with that skirt. And then in this, her legs look 10 miles long.
Yeah.
Styling matters so much, people. You can accentuate your body in ways that make it look incredible if you know how to dress yourself.
True.
And Pangina did that, and I think that's important. Our tops are Jimbo and Janie. and they have to lip sync to send home either Cheryl or Juju. And honestly, this is like a no-brainer. This is Juju, hands down. In the same way that it was for someone like Mayhem in 2. It was like, you've had multiple chances. This is your final chance, and you blew it. Bye.
I think it was Blue who had that sentiment, and I actually do agree with it. Of like, this is too many girls' first chance that like, especially like if it was even your third chance, I would be more forgiving. But you've had way too many like trips around the sun,
and you look like you don't want to
around
be
the
here.
Drag Race sun to like not be giving at this point.
Totally. Mo during Untucked says that Baga looks like a pink hot pocket.
That's crazy, and I love it.
This song almost feels like it was hand selected for Janie, this supermodel, but the L-Lay Toya. It's literally L-Lay, L-A-Y, Toya, not LaToya.
Not like Jackson.
Not like Jackson. And it's like a 420 Europop version.
It's so
Supermodel.
Europop club, like 2000s, like dance.
Yeah.
And it's basically like, it's like an extended mix of her talent show dance. Like
Completely.
the weird, like slightly sexual, like writhing, grinding, like in the club getting sweaty. Like she's hilarious.
In the words of Amanda Brugel, it was weird as shit.
It was weird as shit. And Jimbo, like, giving like super excited, but not good.
I kind of loved when Janie like turned around and did the Honey Boo Boo dance where she like
Janie was giving some Just Dance choreography.
She was. She kind of pussy slayed through this, but I didn't like it. The song. Yeah. And Janie wins and chooses to eliminate Cheryl purely because of challenge execution, which is crazy because Juju literally gave nothing. Like nothing.
Right? Like at least like Cheryl was giving more. And also I feel like Cheryl was giving growth.
Totally.
Even if Cheryl was coming up short, it was giving growth from last time, whereas Jujubee was giving de-evolution.
Yes. And it was like, Cheryl actually is probably only going to do this once, as far as I know. She's only going to do it once. This is Juju's 4th time. And I would think Juju's made it to the finale every single season. Get her out now because she could beat me out for the finale.
Yeah, whereas like Cheryl's got the hunger, Jujubee has the munchies.
Yes. And I almost wonder, like, if in the back of her head she thought, okay, it's UK versus the world. Let's get a UK girl out. But Cheryl wouldn't be the one to get out. I would wait until Baga was in the bottom and get her out.
Right.
I don't know. It was such a weird strategy move because I would have gotten rid of Juju at this point. And then finally, the last episode we're talking about is West End Wendys, unless you have anything else you want to say about the ball.
No, the ball was balling.
It is revealed that Juju also picked Jimbo's lipstick because she wants to sing with RuPaul, and Juju's a good singer. Do you think this was good strategy to share that?
Did you say Juju picked Jimbo's lip sync?
Did I? Maybe I did. Jimbo picked Juju's lipstick.
I
don't think she should have said that. She should have kept her mouth shut.
She had the right choice with the wrong explanation.
Yeah.
It's like she could have stood on business and said, Jujubee, I think that I know the importance of second chances, and I feel like this was really Cheryl's second chance, and you've already had your second chance. Sorry.
It was a lot like when Jan picked Akiria and was like, oh, well, I just thought that everybody in the room was going to do this, and I didn't know this was going to be a problem.
Yeah,
it was
it's like the social game part of it. She's not winning the social game.
No, and it's causing people to think that she's being deceitful. Everybody is feeling this. And this episode is where Mo comes out as Mo officially. We get the reading challenge, which was not funny.
Not funny and too soon.
It was way too soon.
Because these girls really don't know each other. And it's not like All Stars where you have like probably the list of people that's like, hey, prepare reads for these people. Mm-hmm. These girlies have to prepare these reads themselves because their their joke writers aren't on deck. Like, you got to at least give them 5 to 6 weeks to prepare jokes about these women. I'm sorry.
So they can call up their writers.
Yeah.
The Maxi is a Rusical where some old stars of Broadway are trying to claw their way back up to the top. our basic characters we have, which I'm familiar with most of these people.
This is basically, by the way, the Wizard of Oz musical we just had.
It is completely like chorus line coded.
It's the same concept where it's old characters trying to get a new role, which is what Wizard of Oz was. This is just anyone from a musical. Sorry, this is just any main character from a musical. Whereas the new one was anyone from Wizard of Oz musicals. But anyways,
and only that.
Anyways, same basic principle.
Same basic idea. You're right. We have Annie of Annie, Tracy Turnblad of Hairspray, Liza. I forgot. I don't. Was it? No, I don't know what I wrote down that she was from. I don't know musicals.
Is it Chicago? No. Yeah, Sally Bowles.
Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay, I was right. I said Chicago instinctively. Maria from Sound of Music, Dr. Frankenfurter of
Rocky
Horror. It was at the tip of my tongue. And then Meryl as just Meryl Streep, which was brilliant. And then Toto.
A la Mamma Mia, which is also still a movie musical, jukebox musical. Anyways.
Toto was a weird pull as well.
Yeah, not Dorothy. Not even Glinda.
Why Toto?
Toto.
That was such a weird pull. Baga throws a tantrum because she wanted the Liza character. And Baga is like so unlikable from this point forward.
Yeah, Baga activates diva mode.
And it's really gross.
I think it's also just like, I don't know, maybe just because things have really been going her way since being on the show. Mm-hmm. It was not what she's used to have to like fight, like not have something go her way so fiercely.
Right.
As a queen.
Do you have anything you want to say about any of these characters from this? Because my only note is that Baga looked like she didn't want to be there and she hated it. I thought that Pangina was crazy. Like, actually
Pangina's
crazy.
A demon. Bagas was a little dark-sided because she seemed checked out. Honestly, I don't really care for this musical except for Janie J.K. eating the ever-loving fuck out of this casual Meryl Streep impersonation.
She had like the breaths that Meryl does, where she just stops.
Doing a Meryl Streep impersonation via lip sync, like where it's like she's not a musical artist, so you're not invoking her dance or like singing style. You're invoking her personality and like all that through a musical performance. It was so fascinating.
Yeah.
She did it so well. I was blown away.
This, I totally agreed with her winning because it was very clear.
And also the way she's kind of the Rusical assassin.
Yes. Janie J.K. is the Rusical girl. And I mean, she won Maxima for a reason.
Yeah.
Slay to the maximum. The runway category is ... Did you have any standouts of this one?
Well, I do like the idea of the category. I like something like this where it's like kind of paint in broad strokes. Mm-hmm. Blues was cool as fuck.
Yes, the velvet.
It almost looks like a Doctor Who character with the blue, with the orange faces on the arms too. Yeah. So Blues is probably my favorite, and then I do want to give an honorable mention to Mo's Sully.
You like that?
I like the idea of it. It's giving so very Simplicity Patterns book. Like, is that hateful? Like Simplicity Patterns Halloween book, and you open it and it's the costume ideas. Is that so hateful? Because like I know a lot of love and exquisite care went into this, and I know that corset is so elevated beyond Simplicity Patterns, but it's giving me so. I'm at Joann's. It is October 15th. TikTok. Fabric is on sale. I'm trying to procure a costume. I opened the Simplicity Patterns book, and this is in like the back third. I love it. And then on
the Disney inspired section.
Yes. And then I actually really love Pangina's. It's giving me Yesified Polka Dot Man from Suicide Squad. I don't know if you're familiar, but
no.
It's like Yesified's Polka Dot Man from Suicide Squad meets Juju Tabaki from Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I love all of it.
I'm obsessed with it. It's so cool. I love how conceptual it is. I love that there's just the balls at the top that actually stick out and are 3D. It's just really fun.
It feels sort of like almost like conceptual, like anime or something. Like
Yeah.
she almost looks like a monster from an anime.
She was riffing off of a Chinese lantern, I believe, is what she said.
Super cool.
Yeah. And then the movement of the pieces at the top, the way that the dress moved too, it was so fluid. It was like water. Juju is given terrible critiques again, and she's told, like, you're not here. Where are you?
But then it makes me sad because then like Juju's very sad about it. She's like, I thought I did a good job, and I'm like, oh, that makes me sad. But also, you look terrible.
I thought her performance as Liza was good, but the look was crazy.
I thought agreed at the runway look or the performance look.
Both.
Yes.
Yes.
But I feel bad.
I hear that. Janie and Pangina have to lip sync to the Venga Bus song. This is the iconic arm one. They have to decide if they're going to
freestyle dance instructor.
It's so good. They have to decide if they're going to send home Juju or Jimbo. How did this happen?
I feel like they also felt bad for Jujubee more than they wanted to have Jimbo around still.
I think they feel like she's a traitor.
They traitor in the air.
Yeah.
They were patience running thin with Jimbo, somehow sympathy boner for Juju.
Yeah. I mean, it's so interesting because, like, Juju is the one to go, but sorry to be hateful to mother, auntie, I wonder if they thought she's not doing good. She will continue to flounder. Let's get out strong players, and Juju will continue to be bonkers.
Juju will continue to be.
And she will just be.
Juju
and
will
we'll be
just
fine.
be.
She will
Let
Juju be. Let Juju be. And I can't help but wonder if that was in the back of their head.
I mean,
okay,
in their mind.
In their mind. Because, like, in All Stars 2, they were really strategic. As much as they didn't want to say they were being strategic.
Yeah.
In All Stars 3, 4, 5, and 6, they tried to be very Fellowship of the Rings. Everybody's holding each other's hands.
Fellowship of the social media, of the social game, of the,
We're going to be nice. We're going to be kind. We're going to be congenial. We're going to send home the weakest player and be fair and beat the best of the best. And then UK versus the World rolled around and they're like, we're going to fucking slit everybody's throats.
Yeah.
We just got out of the pandemic. We have no social skills anymore. Kill everyone.
Kill them.
Kill. And I feel like this sort of reset everything because Canada rolls around and they do not do that.
Yeah.
And then every season after this, they're like, we'll just send home the bottoms. Whoever was the worst one.
The bottoms.
Then it's not our fault. Then it's Rue's fault. And we didn't do it.
Bish bash bosh, it's Rue's fault.
If they had this energy in seasons like 6, All Stars 6, All Stars 5, imagine the psychoticness of Shay going out in episode 3. Or like Ginger going home in episode 4.
This is letting the intrusive thoughts win, kind of.
Totally. And I almost feel like it would have been okay that the intrusive thoughts won if the edit wasn't so bad.
Yeah, if they kind of guided us through the journey a bit better.
Yeah. And didn't make us hate these characters.
Well, because even with Shay's elimination, they almost primed us, not Shay's non-elimination, when we thought she was going to go home, they almost made us feel like she was going to go home and prepared us for it more than they did with Jimbo or Pangina.
Totally. They like don't prime us at all or get us ready. They don't lube us up at all as an audience. They just go right for it. And so it's like, I almost don't even care that they were strategic because All Stars 2, they were strategic. And like Ginger going home feels so bad because she didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
It should have been somebody else. But like, they sort of make us feel okay with it. They make us feel okay that Jeremy was voting more strategically or that Alyssa changed up the game, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't change nothing up, baby.
But they kind of give us that good feel. I mean, even in, I feel like UK versus the World 2, they do that.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's so interesting because this could have worked, I think. How kind of underhanded everybody was. The arm flail thing happens. What did you think about Pangina's Pikachu?
Why does she look like this? Does give me like This is mini Wayne coded.
Oh my god.
This wig is mini Wayne coded.
It's so mini Wayne coded.
Because like it's the goofy of it. It's the goofy pop. It's the like yesified lazy town.
Yesified lazy town. Did you see her updated version of this Pikachu in Thailand 3?
No.
She updated this look. I'll see if I can find it really quick.
Slay.
But yeah, what'd you think about Janie's dance moves? Dude.
She was hungry for it. It was the dancing equivalent of Erica throwing up on her plate and then eating her throw up in Dragula.
Erica Clash?
Yeah.
Why'd I forget about that?
Her eating the brains.
That's the
oh my god. Okay, well look. that's a slay. That's a
Isn't
yes.
It?
That's a yesify.
It was so good. I don't even remember what challenge this was for, but yeah, she did an updated version of this in Thailand. So Jimbo is sent home, and like that I don't really care too much for Jimbo's drag. Like I'm not like over it, but I don't think she was the worst.
Not the worst in the group. She's very mid. She didn't do. She was
bad. Very mid.
She did okay, but she didn't actually like do bad.
Yeah.
Whereas Jujubee actually did bad in one of the prompts of this challenge, which was the runway.
And the Toto performance was meant to be a bust. That was a bummer of a role.
Yeah,
like Baga was genuinely awful.
Whereas Jujubee flopped what could have been a standout. Like,
totally,
someone could have won with that.
Mm-hmm. And like, I thought that Blue was really funny too. It was weird. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this that they try so hard to preserve Baga and Blue through the whole competition.
Yeah. That
they almost rectify that so hard in UK2, and it's frustrating.
Trying to right their wrongs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have any controversial opinions for this first leg?
Not super controversial, but I think Pangina should have been the top for the sewing challenge as well. Should have just been the top all 3 weeks.
So fair.
That would have been top a limb, which would have been iconic.
My only controversial is that Cheryl was top 3 in the ball.
That is super controversial, and I hope Cheryl hears that.
I really hope Cheryl Hole knows that I thought she was top 3. Now, her Canada vs. the World 2 ball was awful.
Well, she doesn't need to know that.
She doesn't need to know.
Cheryl,
go back and don't listen to that part.
Pause.
But yeah, I thought she was top 3 in that ball. Okay, so last week we had listener questions. We have 2 more. Okay.
Oh my god.
Isn't it so fun?
It's so fun.
This is from Del Tashlin. Their question is for us on our opinion. What happened to Mo Hart? It just feels like the producers knew from the jump that Mo wasn't going to win. Why does WoW do this to talented entertainers? The reverse also happened with Jimbo in All Stars 8 and with Jinx in All Stars 7. I think I hear what they're saying. Like, they brought in Mo, who is very talented, and then gave them a bummer edit and just kind of gave him the treatment that they did to queens like Deja and Carrie that we just talked about. They did not use Mo for anything the whole season. Not even to narrate.
Yeah, because also, like, her narrative moments were like, yeah, she was rude to Blue. She's coming off as, like, cocky American.
She's a diva. And then they also mentioned that when she first walks in the room, that Blue goes, did anyone notice that when the Americans walked in, everybody got upset?
Yeah.
It was like, did everybody or was it just you? Because you have a problem with Mo.
Oh.
And they set up this narrative that the Americans are the aggressors in the room.
Well, also with Mo, that's not the cute.
No, that's
not the cute vibe. But no, I get what they mean by that. What was her name again?
Lana Del Tashlin.
Thank you, Lana Del Tashlin. Did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? But I get that because also like Moko just been introduced with more excitement, like rebrand versus the world international here to represent more Mo money, Mo heart.
Yeah,
you know. But I feel like they didn't have that excitement. They had to generate that themselves more than the edit did for them. Yeah.
And like I mentioned earlier, every shot that they show of Mo is always her just like making these sour faces. And I can imagine that Mo wasn't doing that the whole time. Like everybody has moments of their resting face.
Yeah.
Where they think, this probably isn't going to get used. Let me just sit here and let my face rest from it.
Yeah. And also even moments where they could have been editing her more funny, they didn't.
Totally. Because Mo's a very funny person.
She's a comedic character, totally.
Last one is from, I'm going to say, Kiba Aba Bayoni. Let's just say Kiba to say this easy. If Jimbo and Pangina lasted until the finale, do you think they still would have crowned a UK girl? More so thinking of UK versus the World 2, where crowning a UK girl seemed like their plan from the start.
Ooh.
I think maybe Blue still would have gotten it.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
If it was like Jimbo, Blue, and Pangina.
Well, because, okay, let's go
you
through
think
this.
Blue still would have won?
Jimbo doesn't go home this week.
Yeah.
She obviously would dominate Snatch Game.
Yes.
Do you think that
taking Blue's win?
Taking Blue's win, probably. It would be Blue Baga. And because Jimbo's not gone, Baga doesn't have it out for Pangina anymore. So does Juju go home? Maybe, finally.
Wow.
But, oh no, Juju wouldn't be here. So then who would be in the bottom? First Snatch Game. Janie and...
Janie would go home.
Would they make an excuse for Mo, maybe?
Probably Mo. Janie and Mo.
Mm-hmm.
So Janie would have gone home, and then...
Or do you think Pangina still would have been there? It would have been Janie Pangina.
I mean, unless Pangina did bad.
I mean, Pangina didn't do good as Mariah. She was so...
Oh
was
yeah.
so
Wait, yeah. So
Her
it would have
look
been
was
Janie
good.
and Pangina. Pangina maybe still would have gone, but I don't know.
Unless they made an excuse to put Mo down there to keep Janie. And then maybe Mo would have gone. So let's say in some alt universe, Mo's gone for Snatch Game. They make an argument to do that. We go to the next segment, which is the song. I haven't watched that episode yet. So I don't really know how it went. But I don't see Jimbo doing well in that.
No, and I think Pangina would have still done good in that. But even Jimbo could have been low and not gone home.
That's true. But then who would have been in the bottom? Oh, it was Blue Baga, right? Blue Baga and Janie. So then it would have been what? Jimbo, Baga, Janie, maybe? I don't think they would have sent home Baga. Because it would have been Pangina in the top with... I'm forgetting who's here. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Juju...
All I'm saying is I don't think if it was Jimbo, Pangina, and Blue, I just don't think Blue could have beat them if she did.
You think?
I don't think she could have. No,
in lip
no way.
syncs? Oh, well.
In any way. Even if she beat them in lip syncs, I just couldn't see them crowning her over them.
Let's say in some world, top is Blue, Pangina, Jimbo, Janie. They would probably stack it.
I would say in the order of winning likeliness would be Jimbo, Pangina, Blue, Janie.
Yeah. I imagine that they would stack it in the way they did in Canada 2, where they would put Jimbo and Blue together to ensure that Blue goes to the second round. In the same way I think they did with Tia as well, to make sure that she went there. Tia goes, or Blue goes to round 2, and then it'd be Janie Pangina. And I think it'd be Pangina. Yeah. Probably. Pangina would probably win against Blue, but do you think they would pull a Marina on her and like not show her at all? Pull an Alexis on her?
I think Blue's a winner of circumstance, not divine plan.
You think?
Truly.
Interesting. So you think that it could have been Pangina?
I think a Jimbo or Pangina before would have been Blue.
Really?
Either of them, yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
That's spicy.
That's my tea, and I'm sticking to it.
Is your tea your truth?
And that's the tea.
And that is the end of UK versus the World Part 1.
It's already halfway through?
Already halfway through. We only have one more half to go.
Wow.
And then España 2.
I can't wait.
Thank you all so much for listening. We were in such a silly mood in the first half of this. I loved it. I thought it was really
Always
good.
a hoot.
We will chat with you very soon. Remember to take care of yourself. You're doing a great job. You're doing the best you can, and that is all you can do. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That's